I know nothing about Shergar. Shergar? I don't know how to pronounce it. I was asked to watch it, and I shall watch it. So let us do so.
The English Derby has been held every year since 1780. And this is the horse with the largest winning margin. It's June 3, 1981. The winner of the 202nd edition by 10 lengths is Shergar.
Shergar, that's how you pronounce
the
it.
Derby win is so dominant that it's a flashpoint in sporting history. The highlights of an exhilarating, dominating career. But the story of Shergar comes in two contrasting parts. And the second part is so hideous, so sad, that even 4 decades on, the mystery of this champion's fate haunts the racing industries of England and Ireland. Shergar was bred in Ireland by one of racing's wealthiest owners, the Aga Khan. He had a prominent white blaze and 4 white feet. Breeding folklore suggests that this is usually an unreliable look. But Shergar had speed to burn and could...
Look at that face on the horse there. He's just giving me like a cheeky look. Like, yeah, I'm going to win this race. With ease, too. Because that's what I do.
Stay all day. The colt won his first start as a 2-year-old when ridden by 11-time champion jockey Lester Piggott, who also rode him into second place at his next start when second in the Group 1 Futurity Stakes. Shergar was then spelled, and the best judges expected him to blossom into a top 3-year-old stayer. Piggott was keen to ride him, but trainer Michael Stout had appointed 19-year-old whiz kid Walter Swinburne as his stable rider and promised him first choice of rides.
Interesting.
Many expected Stout to cave under pressure and give the Derby mount on Shergar to Piggott. But in the lead-up races, Swinburne and Shergar were in harmony. A 10-length win at Sandown and a 12-length win at Chester convinced Stout and the Aga Khan that Swinburne was the man. Even if his baby-faced looks led the Fleet Street press to nickname him the Choir Boy.
When I was younger, I also had a baby face. So I feel that guy's pain. Not so much now that I'm an old man. But when I was younger, yeah.
The ease of his 2 lead-up wins meant Shergar started odds-on favourite to win the Derby before Queen Elizabeth and an Epsom Downs racecourse packed on England racing's biggest day. Lester Piggott was aboard the second favourite, Shotgun, and other main chances were the unbeaten French colt, Al Nasser, and the Italian Derby winner, Glint of Gold. But Swinburne had Shergar parked just behind the leaders, and approaching the home turn known as Tattenham Corner, hooked him 3 wide, ready for an explosive assault.
Those are the first 7 as they come down Tattenham Hill and turn at Tattenham Corner. And at Tattenham Corner now, and Shergar moving sweetly on the outside takes up the running. On the far side, Riveretta on the rails, but Shergar
I don't know which one's Shergar, but I'm rooting for him.
Still the season, and he's opening up a lead now. Shergar's going for the guns. He's gone 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lengths clear. Shotgun swirls under pressure.
I'm assuming he's the one in the lead, right? Because...
Shergar is 10 lengths clear. Scintillating air gets into
Oh
second
yeah,
place.
he has to be the one in the lead because there's no one coming close to him.
There's only one horse in it. You need a telescope to see the
Yep.
rest. They
He's
have
running
one
away
to
with
go.
this one.
And Shergar is galloping them into the ground. 15 lengths at least. Wally Swinburne looks round. He's on his own. Shergar clear of his field. He's
Huh. He has a really unique run. Interesting.
climbed this mountain. He has eased up. Shergar wins the Derby. Glint of Gold is second, scintillating
It almost seemed calm and relaxed.
There is third. Shotgun 4, Church Parade 5. Then Sheer Grit. Then comes Silver Season. The Derby, Michael Phillips won with ridiculous ease.
Shergar was hailed the greatest Derby winner in the post-war era, and as he returned to the winner's enclosure, the champion's stud career seemed guaranteed.
There's only one
Oh,
horse
he's
in
gonna
it.
have a
You
nice
need
stud
a
career
telescope to see the rest.
for him to get the ladies.
BBC race caller Peter Bromley's inspired call of Shergar's Derby captured perfectly the astonishment of those at Epsom Downs to see the colt smash his opposition. Swinburne eased him down over the last furlong, and the Aga Khan had barely finished leading him back to the enclosure before the stud syndication offers began pouring in. Shergar went on to win the Irish Derby and the King George VI and
8 starts and 6 wins? Really impressive.
Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes, both by 4 lengths. But the long season had taken its toll, and when he performed poorly in the St. Leger Stakes, the Aga Khan immediately retired him.
I feel like that's probably normal, right? If a horse does a pretty bad showing compared to what they normally do, that's kind of when you figure it might be time to start thinking about retirement. I wonder if that's maybe also a little too soon, because maybe he just had a bad race day. I mean, the owners would probably know more than I would, but I feel like maybe one more try? Again, what do I know?
He was sent here, to Ballymoney Stud in County Kildare, Ireland. Shergar was syndicated for £10 million with 40 shares at £250,000 each, 6 of which the Aga Khan kept himself. Shergar had 1 season at stud and was being prepared for his second when on the night of February 8, 1983, at least 6 armed men opened the unlocked gate, drove up to the house of the head groom Jim Fitzgerald.
Wait, 6 armed men? Okay. So they are just going to try to just steal him.
And marched him at gunpoint to Shergar's stable, where the stallion was loaded into a horse box and driven away.
That is crazy. That is an actual kidnapping, or I guess horse napping? Is it still called kidnapping? Either way, someone showing up with, they said armed, so I'm going to assume guns, and taking the horse?
Fitzgerald was released on a country road 4 hours later, but while some shareholders and 2 government ministers were alerted to the theft of the nation's most famous horse, it would be almost 8 hours before anyone phoned the police. Crucial time lost.
Man,
the
that's
gang
crazy.
demanded £2 million for Shergar's safe return, but
And they even ransomed the horse? I thought maybe they just wanted to take the horse because they wanted, I don't know, but they just went up full evil and are trying to ransom the horse for money.
Negotiations were erratic, chaotic, and played out.
Nay says they were after the sparks. I don't think that's how you borrow parents in Uma Musume Nays.
In public. The hunt for Shergar was led by Chief Superintendent James Murphy, whose thick Irish brogue, trilby hat, and willingness to front the cameras made him a media favorite. Asked about clues, Murphy, nicknamed Spud, famously responded, "A clue? That is something we do not have." And this...
And have you got any leads at all now? Are you any further ahead than you were yesterday?
I regret to say that I'm not.
The human faces of this unfolding tragedy were the staff at Ballymoney, epitomised by Shergar's groom, Liam Foley.
Do you think he could be dead?
I don't know. I don't honestly know. I hope not.
What would you say to those people who have him?
Just keep him well, keep him okay, keep him right, that's all I can say.
Send him
Yeah,
back.
I mean,
Send him back in one piece.
that's all you can say. Just take care of him and bring him
Exercise,
back.
you know, keep a bit of exercise into him.
What sort of animal is he? Is he a good temperament?
Very good. His temperament is brilliant. Great temperament he has. That's about it.
So, but could he be looked after easily by people who didn't
Yes.
have a considerable knowledge of horses?
Very easy, I'd say. He was a horse that you could bring him anywhere, do one.
People here must be very upset.
Very upset. It's a terrible thing to happen.
In fact, it is now accepted that the gang did not know how to look after the horse.
Oh man, that makes it even worse. They had no idea what they were doing. They were just trying to make a quick buck. And now the horse has to suffer just because these people's greed.
The Aga Khan and the 34 other syndicators were urged not to pay any ransom for fear the precedent would endanger other horses throughout the land. But they continued to negotiate until 4 days after the kidnap, the thieves stopped making contact. It is now widely held that Shergar was shot within days of his capture and his body dumped in the bogs of County Leitrim.
Holy crap, I wasn't expecting that. Holy moly, man. That actually makes sense to not pay for the safety of others, yeah. What is the saying? Never negotiate with terrorists. Pretty much same thing, because if you pay them, they're going to just do it again or go after other people. So to protect others, it's usually never the best idea to give in to people's demands.
About 150 kilometers northwest of Ballymoney. Those claims were made in 1998 by Sean O'Callaghan, a former member of the Irish Republican Army who published an autobiography, The Informer. The IRA was suspected from early in the investigation, and although it has never claimed responsibility, there seems little doubt. More than 40 years on from his sensational win in the Derby, Shergar's remains have not been found.
Wait, did they say it was possibly linked to the IRA? Why would the IRA go after a horse? I mean, I know the IRA did a lot of horrible, horrible things, but I feel like they would be more occupied going after, you know, other things than a horse.
The other central figures to that Derby win, the Aga Khan, trainer Michael Stout, and jockey Walter Swinburne, would combine 3 years later to claim the 1986 Epsom Derby with...
I know this isn't anything to do with the video, but man, look at all those top hats. Why have top hats gone out of style? We need to bring back top hats in average everyday wear. Side tangent, I know, but look at them all. They're so great.
Shahrastani. A triumph tinged with more than a little sadness. The Aga Khan continued to run breeding operations in Ireland and went on to win the Derby a total of 5 times.
The outfit I'm wearing, we need to go back to this style. This is Skulls' demand. We need to bring back suits and top hats.
The last 3 with different trainers. Michael Stout also won the Derby.
Look how cool that guy looks. His black suit, top hat. Okay, I know this has nothing to do with horses, but I'm sorry. I'm a sucker for suits and hats. Oh, man. Am I biased, guys? Maybe that is the case. But the top hats and suit, come on. That's great.
5 times. Was 10 times champion trainer of Great Britain, trained for Queen Elizabeth, and in 1998 became Sir Michael Stout. Walter Swinburne, the choir boy, grew into an outstanding international jockey. He won the Derby 3 times among numerous big race wins in England, Ireland, France, and the USA.
Look at that. That's pretty dang impressive. If I'm understanding this correctly, does that mean he even won the De l'Arc Triomphe? Because it says 1 here. So I'm assuming he got first place there. I've heard that that's like a really, really hard race to win.
But he faced a constant struggle with weight, leading to bulimia and alcohol issues. A near-fatal fall in Hong Kong in 1996 left him in a coma for 4 days and was blamed for the onset of epilepsy.
Oh, damn. That jockey went through some rough stuff, too.
He retired in 2000 and had modest success as a trainer. In 2016, at the age of 55, he died after falling from a bathroom window, the coroner ruling the death accidental. It was said Swinburne was only ever truly happy in the saddle, and if that was so, then this was his happiest day.
Man, that's sad. He struggled having to maintain such a low weight to continue being a jockey, and then when he couldn't do it anymore, he got depressed. Poor guy.
Shergar's 1981 Derby was a story so rich in triumph and ultimately so very tragic.
He has eased up.
That was good.
Thanks for watching. For more great content on all the major stories in world sport, make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Oh, don't worry. We will. We will like and subscribe. That was a great video.